In Zimbabwe, we have a phrase, "Nzou hairemerwi nenyanga dzayo," which means an elephant is never weighed down by what it goes through. But what happens when you reach your breaking point? We need our community. See, my family loves to travel, and we go to so many different places. On this particular day, we went to a wildlife reserve known as Balivon. There were animals everywhere. There were elephants, there were giraffes, there were zebras. Everyone was peaceful, even the elephants that were playing around in the water. It wasn't until a lion came out of nowhere and it attacked. And next it was a herd of lions. And eventually, the one elephant that was playing in the water, that wasn't paying attention, suddenly got attacked by these seemingly small lions. I watched this big animal get brought down by these tiny, seemingly small creatures. And I kept thinking, what would have happened if this elephant had stayed with his herd, if it had paid attention, if it wasn't isolated? It probably would have survived. See, when I was 14, I broke my arm. And I remember I was doing gymnastics and golf on the golf course with my cousin, and my hand went into a ditch and it snapped. So my dreams of being in the LPGA or maybe becoming an Olympian suddenly disappeared. But on that day, my community stepped up. From my cousins to my sisters to my family, everyone took great care of me. To even my physiotherapist who knew how expensive the medical system here in America was, and he wiped my bill clean altogether. Everyone stepped up, even my teachers who took the time to sit with me and study and learn until I finished school on time. See, we need our community. There is no way we can do this life without our community. So we should never think that we're a burden, because when we rely on our community, it builds trust. Unfortunately, in my junior year, I forgot about this lesson. I started dating someone that I had no business being with. And eventually, he would try to sexually assault me, which he did. And then this would start years and years and years of abuse. And then eventually he would try to kill me. I was at a very different university from this one. And I tried to communicate to them what I was going through. And they told me to keep my head down, focus on your books, just pretend like it didn't happen. But that was very difficult for me. Eventually, I reached out to my cousin, who then told my parents that I think it's time for her to go home. And I did. But my community stepped up when I got home. They sat with me, they prayed with me, they walked with me. They even convinced me to go to therapy. My community saved my life. See, neuroscientist Matthew Lieberman equates social pain and physical pain because our brain doesn't know the difference. So we need our community. It wasn't until last year that I really learned this lesson. Last year around this time, I received 19 missed calls from my mom. And if you know anything about African moms, that's pretty normal. But on this particular day, I knew something was wrong. I would later find out that someone that I really care about had committed suicide. And a few days before her funeral, I will never forget what her dad told me. He said, "Bother us, Charmaine. Bother us because we need our community. Bother us because the next weeks, months, years are not going to be easy. Bother us." So if anyone even comes to your mind right now, don't ignore it. Don't silence that thought. Bother them with intention. Bother them with communication. Bother them.